Hello and welcome to Indian Story. There is nothing more beautiful and exciting than story. Everybody has a story. In fact, the story is a light. Now let's watch what this story has to say.
I am Ved Jain, Chartered Accountant, and I had the privilege of being the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India in the year 2008-9. Challenges I do take in life, I will not say that I am a very brave person or I am a bold person. It's destiny, I will say, sometimes plays a part, but at the same time, try to work it out. If you try to find out how to face the challenge, over a period you will find out ways and means how the challenge can be met out. If you are in education, as a youth, you are a student, you do hard work, you will achieve sincerely. Then you go in practice or you want to do something, you will achieve it. Keep your vision, be innovative. Life will never be static, it will be dynamic. What was yesterday difficult, today it will become easy. If it becomes easy, then you need to find out something difficult for tomorrow. So be innovative, it cannot be static. So I come from a small town, Rohtak, which is about 50 miles from Delhi. All my education has been from there in a charitable school which is called Jain High School, Rohtak. I was born in a small middle-class family. My parents both were uneducated. My father used to have a small kirana shops, and we all went to the school as no children were going at that point of time. My parents had the dream of making me a doctor, and all along the ambition was that I should become a doctor all along. It's a matter of destiny that I became a chartered accountant. My father's name was Padam Sen Jain. Though he was not educated, but he was known in the circle and the society all along in town in Rohtak for his intelligence and for his advice to the various social issues, religious issues, family issues. Not a very prominent figure, but known to be a very intelligent and very helpful person all along that way. I learned a lot from him, the way he used to talk and the way he used to advise. And one thing very important which I have learned from him, that when you are advising a person, look it from his perspective, not from your perception. Sometimes you have particular feeling, the way things should go or etc. That may not be suitable to the person for whom you are advising. So when you are advising, I think that was, the two big principles which I have learned from him. My mother, Chandravati Jain, she is alive. My father, I lost my father way back in 1974. My mother, touchwood, is alive. And one thing which she was is the attachment she was having. And more particularly amongst we are 5 brothers and sisters. And she made ensure that everyone get attached to each other. Her sympathy was always with the person, with the brother or sister, whosoever is lagging a little bit behind, and to push the other person to do something for the other person. She was very attached to me, even today also. Every time in the day and morning and the evening, if I don't meet her, she will not sleep at all for that purpose. And very good in cooking, very taking care. But as I see, both were uneducated, but not anything about my education and support in education. But they were both having a dream that I should become something big on that point. That's my mother is. We are 5 brothers and sisters. I am the youngest. 3 brothers and 2 sisters. My elder brother used to work with the Reserve Bank of India. He retired there and now is doing an export business. Next to him is his name is Basant Kumar Jain, and the next is his sister Sarla Jain. She got married at an early age. She was also did her only secondary education, but she got married to a professor in English, Dr. Naresh Jain, and her marriage took place in the year 1963, when I was less than 10 years old. And my brother-in-law, Naresh Jain, had a great influence on my development and the way my thought process got developed, and he took a lot of interest in my education in our family. And next to my sister is my brother, and who is also in export business, Jaswant Kumar Jain, and he's also living with me. We are a joint family in Babar Road. He's doing good in export. And next to him is his sister. We also got married to a lecturer. She has two daughters, both are doctors. Her name is Kamlesh Gupta, and both are doctors, and both are married to doctors. And my elder sister has one son and two daughters, all three doctors, and all three are married to doctors. My sisters are, then I am five. The fifth one is myself only. The youngest one is myself only. So we are three brothers and two sisters. I am the youngest one. Oh, we are very, very closely attached. All three brothers are living together at Babar Road. 47 Babar Road is our residence. We live it together. And my sister, one elder lives in Janakpuri, and the younger one is presently in Karnal, shifting to Delhi. And we are very, very closely, sentimentally attached to each other's. Nobody can sleep overnight if the other one is having a little bit trouble. Absolutely working for each other very, very closely. So I will say the bonding between the all five of us is very, very close. And I compliment my mother for this bonding. She makes sure that none drift. And the moment she finds, she can pull up us like anything. Even at this age, she can fire any one of us the way she used to fire when she was young. And her anger or her firing is remarkable. Sometimes it may look odd when she is doing it, but later on you realize that what she is doing for the family. So she is a great bonding factor in the family. I will say my inspiration, my life in the life, as I say, so for education is concerned, is my brother-in-law, Dr. Naresh Jain, and the principles of life to be cool, to be patient, and to be tolerant, and to be fair and transparent. These are the principles which I have learned from my brother-in-law. And the second person who has influenced my life when I was doing chartered accountancy was my principal, Mr. K.N. Bari. Unfortunately, he also died a few months back. He was also very, very honest, very sincere, and very hardworking. And he told me, and he used to make me learn as a professional what is expected from a professional, and what is and where is the need to be fair and transparent as a professional. And he used to always say, whatever you think, whatever you do, you must keep in mind client knows you much better than you. So don't have an impression that client does not understand what you are doing. Challenges I do take in life, I will not say that I am a very brave person or I am a bold person. When challenges come, it do affect me, but I do an introspection. I regularly, at that time when a challenge comes, I go on thinking, maybe subconsciously, consciously, and then over a period, you get enough, I will say, thought process. I will not say strength, but you are able to find out ways and means. In my practice also, I do face that many clients come up with many challenging issues. And when I look at this critically, then I do advise to them, there are challenges. But at the end of the day, advice when I'm going out, I always try to find out a solution.
आइए जानते हैं कि आज वित्त मंत्री का कठिन काम करने का बीड़ा किसने उठाया है और कौन पेश कर रहा है बजट।
मेरा बजट में आज वित्त मंत्री के काम का बीड़ा उठाया है जाने माने टैक्स कंसल्टेंट वेद जैन ने। वेद जैन साहब ने ग्रेजुएशन तो साइंस से की, लेकिन उनका लगाव अर्थशास्त्र में ही रहा। उन्होंने चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी की और बाद में इकोनॉमिक्स से भी ग्रेजुएशन की। उन्होंने कानून की भी डिग्री हासिल की। आप करीब 4 दशकों से इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया से जुड़े हुए हैं। 2007 में आप इस संगठन के वाइस प्रेसिडेंट और 2008 में प्रेसिडेंट नियुक्त किए गए। इस दौरान आपने सत्यम जैसे मामले को संभाला और कंपनी को रिवाइव कर सैकड़ों कर्मचारियों की नौकरियों को बचाने का काम किया। आप 2008 से लेकर 2011 तक इंटरनेशनल फेडरेशन ऑफ अकाउंटेंट्स के बोर्ड में भी रहे। आप भारत सरकार की मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स द्वारा बनाए गए इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स के फाउंडर मेंबर रहे। इसके अलावा आपने एसोचैम, नाल्को, पीटीसी इंडिया लिमिटेड और पीटीसी फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज लिमिटेड में भी महत्वपूर्ण जिम्मेदारियां निभाई हैं। फिलहाल आप डीएलएफ लिमिटेड, हिमाचल फ्यूचरिस्टिक कम्युनिकेशंस लिमिटेड और इन्वेंशिया हेल्थकेयर लिमिटेड में इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर हैं और एमसीएक्स क्लियरिंग कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड के चेयरमैन हैं। इन सब जिम्मेदारियों से अगर समय मिलता है तो वेद साहब पढ़ने, घूमने और क्रिकेट खेलने और देखने का शौक रखते हैं।
वेद जैन साहब का स्वागत करते हैं तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट के साथ। नमस्कार वेद जैन साहब। जी, आपने हजारों बही खाते बनाए होंगे, लेकिन भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था की बैलेंस शीट बनानी कितनी चुनौतीपूर्ण रही?
बहुत चुनौतीपूर्ण है और लगता है बाहर से वित्त मंत्री का काम बहुत आसान है, लेकिन जब आप बनाने लगते हैं तो आपको पता लगता है कि बजट कितनी एक कठिन एक्सरसाइज है। एक इनकम और एक्सपेंडिचर को कैसे आपको बैलेंस करना है, वो अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है।
तो जी, हम सब बेताब हैं अब ये जानने के लिए कि दुनिया की अर्थव्यवस्था बेशक धीमी पड़ रही हो, लेकिन भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था चौक चौबंद रहे, इसके लिए आपने क्या इंतजाम किए हैं?
मैडम, I rise to present this budget, which is my budget for the year 2020-21. As we all know, this budget is being presented when the economies across the globe are not doing well. The global growth down has come down to roughly 3.4%. Indian economy is not insulated from the global economies. Hence, the growth rate of Indian economy is also under stress and is going down. We have taken various steps during the financial year 2019-20 in order to address this slowdown in the economy, which includes reduction in the corporate tax rates, making easy availability of the finance, a massive push to the increase in the infrastructure, road, highways, inland, waterways, and metros. Despite this, challenges continues. And we need to appreciate and understand why these challenges are there and how we can take it forward in the budget 2021. As we all know, India is a big country with population of more than 130 crores. In the year 1947, when India attained independence, we were a country of just 33 crore population, out of which about 60% population was dependent on the agriculture, which means roughly 20 crore population was dependent on the agriculture and comprises of almost 4 crore households. And we had roughly 12 crore hectare of the land under cultivation at that time, agriculture. But now at present, we are a population of 133 crores, and with about 50%, that is 65 crore persons, that is comprising of 16 crore households, are dependent on the agriculture. The area has increased from 12 crore hectare to just 16 crore hectare. Thus, during the last 72 years, the absolute number of people dependent on agriculture have increased by more than 3 times, that is from 20 crore to 65 crore, whereas the land under agriculture has increased just by 25% from 12 crore hectare to 16 crore hectare. The average land holding per family has gone down substantially. Further, the contribution of the agriculture in today's GDP is just about 15 to 16%, as against 50% when we attained independence in the year 1947. Thus, considering these facts, there is a need to develop a growth model for the agriculture and at the same time reduce dependence on agriculture of such high percentage number of population. This can be achieved when we put more focus
on agriculture to improve productivity and create more jobs in other sectors so as to reduce dependence on agriculture. The Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has set a goal of increasing the income of the farmers by about 100% in the year 2022. In the past, various measures have been taken in this regard. Accordingly, in the present budget, an enhanced allocation of rupees 2 lakh crore has been proposed as against rupees 1,51,508 crore proposed in the last budget. This is more than 30% of the allocation made in the last year budget.
I'll say, as I said in the beginning, my parents wanted me to be doctor and I also wanted to be a doctor. As I was good in academics, I was in merit list in 10th class. When I did my pre-medical examination, somehow I missed out my admission to the medical college. Then there was a scheme that if you do the after pre-medical BSc biology and if you get a first class, then you automatically get admitted to the medical college. I did BSc biology, I got the first division, 60% plus marks, and I got admitted to Rohtak Medical College as an MBBS student. Destiny. But as the destiny would be, I was one of the students because at that time, the then Chief Minister's daughter could not get admission in the medical college. She was also one of the contender. And then the government of the day, state government, changed the rules for admission. They say this time there will be an interview and some marks will be added for the interview. I was one of the few students who got affected by that change in the rules after getting admitted into medical college as a medical student, and then I dropped out from there. By the time when I dropped out and this all episode happened, admissions were closed in all colleges of the university. Then I wrote to the Vice Chancellor that look, all admissions are closed and I am one of the students who's got admitted to medical college, but now I don't have admission. Please allow me to do my MA English. I wanted to be a lecturer. I said I will do the IAS, I will become an IAS officer, so let me do a lecturer. The Vice Chancellor was kind enough. He sent me a letter that yes, your case is genuine, go to this college, get admitted and your delay is being condoned. As the destiny would be, I have packed my luggage, going to deposit my fees for MA English course. My brother told me, what is the assurance that you will come in IAS, what you will do it? Why don't you do a chartered accountancy? By that time, I have not heard even the word what the chartered accountant is. I was a science graduate, medical science graduate, doesn't know what is accountancy is. Only introduction to this subject was, as I say, my elder sister, Kamlesh, her friend, brother was also doing chartered accountancy. So she said, yes, this is one of the course you can do. So I came to Delhi from Rohtak. My brother-in-law Naresh Jain, he took me to Bari and Company, where Mr. K. N. Bari, who had a great influence. And he introduced me, and then there I joined my chartered accountancy course. In the year 1973. And to my surprise, since I was a science graduate, many of the students and the other trainee there, they told me it will be very difficult for you to pass the CA examination. And as you know, CA examination is one we call next impossible to pass through it. As the luck would have been, in 1973 I joined, 74 I lost my father. So I missed out my exam next year. But I then again gathered my courage and appeared in 75 my examination. And to your surprise, I was one of the topper in the few merit list holder in the CA intermediate. And in 1976, I passed the final examination. And I was one of the students who was supposed to do a 4 years training. Because of my performance in graduation as being a first class and passing the intermediate examination in first attempt, so I was given 1 year concession. So I became a chartered accountant within 2 years, 10 months. That was also one of the reasons. And then I started my practice. So I say I became chartered accountant by default. Supposed to become a doctor, maybe lecturer, and then became a chartered accountant, and that too a science graduate.
सबने जब सीए के बारे में मन बनाया, आपके पेरेंट्स ने एडवाइस किया होगा, आपके दोस्तों ने कहा होगा या घर में सीनियर्स किसी ने कहा होगा कि आप सीए के बारे में कर रहे हैं, उन्होंने बड़े सोच समझ के कहा कि ये कोर्स आप सीए का ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, क्योंकि सीए कोर्स एक ऐसा कोर्स है जो एक आदमी को, एक व्यक्ति को, एक स्टूडेंट को अपनी लाइफ में परफेक्शन ले देता है। ये मैं इसलिए नहीं कह रहा कि मैं एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूं और एक प्रेसिडेंट रहा हूं इंस्टीट्यूट का। ये मेरा अनुभव है पिछले 40 साल का कि अगर जिंदगी के किसी भी क्षेत्र में और कहीं पर भी जाकर देखेंगे, सीए की सबसे ज्यादा नॉलेज काम आती है। कोई भी चीज का अगर पैमाना है नापने का, और नापने का कोई पैमाना है, जैसे कहते हैं किसी आदमी को अगर बुखार हो जाए तो उसको चेक करने के लिए थर्मामीटर लगाया जाता है। किसी को ब्लड पेशेंट को कुछ हो जाए तो ब्लड टेस्ट करके देखा जाता है, क्या किया जाता है। तो इकोनॉमी को अगर कहीं भी टेस्ट करना है तो अकाउंट करना पड़ेगा। एक अकाउंट्स क्या है? अकाउंट्स की सिंपल एक डेफिनेशन है, अकाउंट्स इज ए थर्मामीटर टू मेजर द हेल्थ ऑफ द इकोनॉमी। और उस इकोनॉमी को उस थर्मामीटर से बढ़िया, उस चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट से बढ़िया कोई थर्मामीटर नहीं हो सकता। एक बार आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बन गए तो मैंने जैसे कहा था कि आपकी फैमिली का पूरा कायाकल्प हो जाएगा। मैं एज ए इंस्टीट्यूट में जब काउंसिल मेंबर था तो मैं डोर टू डोर मेंबर से बहुत मिलने जाता था, और उस समय का अनुभव है कि मैं घर में कभी कभी किसी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट जो अभी 2 महीने या 4 महीने पहले बने होते थे उनसे मिलता था, और जब उनके घर से मिलकर बाहर निकल के आता था तो मैं अपने दोस्तों को कहना था कि 3 साल बाद जब हम दोबारा इनसे मिलने आएंगे, इनके घर में वो सारे सुख साधन होंगे जो आज नजर नहीं आ रहे हैं। आप देखिए, मैं मानता हूं कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बाय एंड लार्ज मिडिल क्लास फैमिली या लो मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से आते हैं। हम सब उसी परिवार से आए हुए हैं कि हमारे परिवार में कोई ऐसा नहीं था कि बहुत पैसे वाले थे, ये थे छोटी छोटी दुकान या काम करने वाले पेरेंट्स हैं। बच्चे पढ़ गए और कहा कि भाई इसको चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बना देते हैं। और आई बिलीव कि बहुत सारे आप ऐसे ही परिवार से आ रहे हैं। आज की डेट में साधन परिवार में शायद सीमित होंगे, लेकिन जिस समय आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बन जाएंगे, बनने के 1-2 साल के बाद सारा कायाकल्प हो जाएगा और सारी फैमिली का स्टेटस ऐसे उठ के ऊपर आ जाएगा। ये मेरा प्रैक्टिकल अनुभव है। और कभी कभी लोग कड़वी बातें कहते हैं जब मैं प्रोफेशन के बारे में, जो मेंबर बनने के बारे में कहते हैं कि इंस्टीट्यूट ने क्या किया, प्रोफेशन ने क्या किया, तो मैं उनको सिर्फ एक ही जवाब छोटा सा देता हूं, इतना मन मत खराब कीजिए। कभी 1 मिनट के लिए सोच लीजिए कि आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट नहीं है। 1 मिनट के लिए सोच लीजिए और कहीं जाके खड़े हो जाइए, आपको कोई पहचानने से भी इनकार कर देगा। हर समाज के हर कॉर्नर में ये वो लेबल है जिसके ऊपर आपका नाम लग गया है। कुछ भी करिए, आप जाने जाएंगे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट। मैं अगर वेद जैन हूं तो साथ में वेद जैन चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है, ये लेबल लगेगा। और वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट लेबल उस नाम को 10 टाइम मल्टीप्लाई करता है। तो इतनी महत्वता है इस नाम की और इस प्रोफेशन की, और सारा फ्यूचर इस इंस्टीट्यूट का, इस प्रोफेशन का आप लोगों के ऊपर है।
You see, what has been done is I started my practice way back in 1976, and in 1985 thereafter I became a little bit active in the Institute of Chartered Accountants, administration, I would say in the politics, in the council affairs. So my dear friend Mr. Randy Gupta, he was contesting elections first in the regional council and then central councils, and then he became a president in the year 2001-2. Thereafter, of course, a search was being made who should be the next to him and find it out. So I being close to him, I was identified as one of the candidates who should come in the council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So I contested my election in the year 2003. And in my first elections, I got the highest number of votes and got elected to the councils. And in the year 2007, February, there's a convention to elect the vice president first, and then vice president become a president. So I got elected as a vice president. And I'm considered one of the luckiest to get the post of the vice president at a very early stage, immediately after the first council, in the second council first year. And then I got elevated in the year 2008 as a president. I must say, this opportunity to serve my institute, to serve my profession, and to serve my professional colleague was a godsend opportunity to me. And knowing fully well that the time period for the vice president 1 year and president for 1 year, and my presidency being in the year 2008-9 being a leap year, I was having one extra day, 366 days of presidency. So I tried my best during that period to do whatever best I can do for the profession. And I had the best of time inviting best of the dignitaries to the various functions, including the then Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, to Vigyan Bhavan function, inaugurate my Diamond Jubilee celebration, because the year 2008 was the 60th year of the Institute, a Diamond Jubilee year, so we celebrated that also.
May I now request the President of ICAI, Mr. Ved Jain, who combines academic excellence with business acumen to lead the Institute in its mission to become one of the best in the world and a model for others to emulate, to please welcome all our guests.
So that is why I believe the biggest asset which I believe I have being the President of the Institute. And one thinking which I have about as a past president is that having served the President of the Institute, you get so many things to learn, so much experience, and you are privy to so much information and the situation and the problem, how to handle it. So all past presidents are the assets of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, which the Institute has a right to encash and to ask any past president to please allow me to use your asset as and when I need. That's a great achievement.
Only one mission: to take India forward, to make every Indian a proud Indian.
To face the challenge of globalization and benchmark our businesses against global best standards, our professionals were excelling themselves. Like our engineers, doctors, scientists, technologists, and other professionals, our chartered accountants too faced global competition, and to their credit, they stood their ground. It is for this reason that today they are able to face their ground. It is for this reason that today they are able to face the heat of that competition at home as well as abroad. Indian chartered accountant firms, I believe, should expand.
See, after doing chartered accountancy, an interesting episode working was that I wanted to be a student. And my desire was that student life is where you are always a young. And thereafter, immediately after doing my chartered accountancy, I started a small firm in my own name, Ved Jain and Company Ved Jain Associates. But then I joined Delhi Law College, Campus Law Center, morning, in 77, and started doing law. And in the process, I completed my law because I wanted to do something in taxation. But meanwhile, I thought I should become a lecturer. And the reason why I should wanted to become a lecturer is to ensure that I am young always. See, age will take it over one day. But you will be a young if you are always with the youngs. A teacher or a lecturer in university is one who is always with young, because student comes at the age of 17, 18, 19 and they go out and then another young student 17, 18, 19 comes. But I was told that you cannot do MCom because you are not a commerce graduate. I am a science graduate, though I was a chartered accountant. So then I joined Himachal University for doing MCom. Then still ran into difficulty, but they also said you cannot do it. So then I was told that if you do economics BA, then you will become eligible to do MCom. So I did from Punjab University, all 3 years paper in 1 year. I did BA Economics from Punjab University, and then I did MCom, just joined that. I could not complete it because then I got married to a lecturer. So I thought now I have my partner as a lecturer, professor, so there is no need for me to be a lecturer. I got married in 1982 January. My wife was a lecturer in Daulat Ram College, University of Delhi. They are very close by to the art faculty. So she played a great role in supporting me in all my endeavors, all my ventures, never coming in the way, on the contrary, supporting me. Her name is Indu Jain, and I think she is also reasonably was popular with the students. She is a lecturer in commerce, and our subject is common, and she used to teach taxation, income tax itself to the students. And she used to take a lot of interest in the extracurricular activity of the college, and being very close and getting associated with the student in various activities, etc. Her interest was also in continuing education. And to your surprise, she did her doctorate in the year 2002. And her doctorate subject was also very interesting, taxation, a comparative study of taxation of different countries. She carried out how sociology plays a part in policy framing of taxation planning. I have one son and one daughter. My son and elder son is Ankit Jain. The way destiny has played with me, it has played with him. Reasonably good in academics, and after 12th, I wanted him to become a chartered accountant. But as the luck would have been, after he got good marks in 12th and got admission in the engineering college, top engineering college, Delhi, NSIT, and that too in the top branch, computer science, he got the admission. And having got the admission, that point of time, it became difficult for me at least, to persuade him to become a chartered accountant. He completed his engineering. After completing engineering, he got a campus placement. And he came to me that I have got a campus placement, I want to join. So I offered him that whatever you will get as a campus placement as an engineer, we will offer you as an article student here in my firm. So then he joined articleship, and then he qualified as a chartered accountant, and now practicing as a chartered accountant for the last more than 12 years with me. He qualified way back in 2008. And my daughter is also the same thing. She did BSc, and then her name is Shilpi Jain, and she is also a chartered accountant qualified, and she is also with our firm, and she is working very closely and doing it. My son is married, Ankit Jain is married to Aanchal Jain. She is a very good artist. She is a qualified artist, having done her graduation from Delhi College of Art. And my son and daughter-in-law have one son, one daughter. Arin and Araina both are, one is 3 years plus, one is 1 year. My grandchildren name, elder one is son Arin. He is 3 years plus, now going to this Vasant Valley School, first year. And my granddaughter is Araina. She is 1 year plus, still to join school after 2 years. I love traveling, but the challenge to me is I don't like to travel alone. That's a big challenge. My profession make me to travel a lot across India for attending various court cases, etc. So far as travel is, I have traveled across all India, and internationally I had a privilege of traveling a lot, thanks to as being the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and I was a member of International Federation of Accountants of India, which is a UNO body of accountants over 160 odd countries. So I was on the executive board there. So every second month I used to travel. So world's best city I have traveled, wherever it is, whether it is Rome, whether it is London, whether it is Paris, Washington, New York, Singapore, everywhere. My message to the youth of the country is that we are privileged to be Indians. And now the present youth is more privileged because the Indian economy has advanced to a reasonably very good stage. It gives a very good opportunity. We are, I think, touch wood, placed in a very, very strong position as on date. all you have to do, the youth, is to have confidence in you and a very high vision. The challenge comes for a youth is that when you keep the vision low, you try to achieve the star, and I am reasonably sure the star can be achieved. I think I must compliment you. The moment you walked into my office today, I was never thinking that it will be an interview for my story. I thought it will be some economic issues you would like to have by bites on this, which normally I give it. I must compliment you, the way Indian Story is taking these interviews, and I hope that my interview, which I have done it, you would have done the similar interviews for others. All those people who are story are doing. It's a great effort, and you are doing a cause for the cause of the society. Hats off to you, and keep it up. And my full support to the Indian Story for all your endeavors. And whatever best possible I can do, you are always welcome to get back to me. Thank you.
Yes, we are all unique. We come and go. But these stories are legacy forever. Do share your story with Indian Story anytime, anywhere. And don't forget to subscribe our channel